What's up, guys? It's Mikey, and I'm actually just gonna bring you some Legends replays today. I didn't actually record it live, like my hits the past few days, just because I'm just feeling like kind of just like burnt out on Legends, and honestly, I was debating just like quitting for the season, but I was like, no, it's like I at least want to like finish a season out because I haven't actually finished a whole season since Town Hall 18 came out. Like, if I know I'm not going to get top 1,000 at the end of the season, I just, like, quit. And it's like, I didn't really want to do that this season. But I was like, well, if I have a really good day or something that's worth showing you guys, I'll record the replays. You know what I mean? And I've also been kind of having a dilemma on, like, what attack I want to use. But I'm going to show you today's replays. We did pretty good. Could have been plus 300, but this 189 was a time fail, and pretty sure the 90 was as well. But let's go ahead and let's get into the attacks for today. So on this base, yeah, I've actually hit this base. I was attacking it last night with this attack, and I was kind of worried because I barely 3-starred. It was because I sent my warden over here, but these fire spitters, when I attacked it, like when one of my friends had it, they were faced the other way, so it was kind of impossible to send your warden not into the fire spitter. So it kind of just cooked my warden and barely 3-starred. It was terrible. But on this base, it looks like there's a lot of flame flinger value down here, and there kind of is. We got the monolith and these two mortars, but you actually take that out, and I feel like most people would like, oh well, let's fireball this rage tower, and that's good, that's great value, but you can get that with a flame flinger. You can get all this value with a flame flinger when you could fireball this invis tower and get all this with the warden. So it's kind of just like, but I can't flame flinger that, you know what I mean? So that's what we do. We go ahead and we fireball this, take out all this, we recom to the side, and I'm surprised it's 3-starred because, as you can see, was that only one healer that got killed? And I thought it was 2. But down here, we start our flame flinger. We just use the skeleton spell. Always check for traps as well, because like bombs, use the hog rider. You know what I mean? But yeah, we just set up the flame flinger, and something that I've kind of like. I was thinking about doing fireball super yetis because I used them last night on some bases, and they worked really well, like, surprisingly, and Super Yetis are my favorite troop in the game, and the only reason I was thinking about doing a different attack is just because, not that I hate copying people, but I hate feeling like a great value of somebody, and I feel like I'm just a great value word, you know what I mean? I just feel like I'm just word, but just like a worse Temu version, and like, I kind of hate that feeling, you know what I mean? I kind of want to like, I don't know, I wish I had an attack that was like Mikey, you know what I mean? Not Word's attack, not anybody else, that's like Mikey's attack, you know what I mean? Just for my own, I don't know, just like, I guess pride, you could say. But we start the heroes up here, so I was thinking about that. I was like, nobody uses Fireball Super Yetis anymore, and it's actually really good, especially if you pair it with an Overgrowth like I did. And, it just, I don't know, like, because I use Ice Golems today, Fireball Ice Golems, and it did really well. And I actually, like, saw some bases today, you'll see here in a little bit, that was like, oh my god, I don't know how I 3-starred that. Like, I'm actually getting pretty good with this attack, like, where next season, I could maybe average 250, 260 with it, and actually get top 1,000. But it's like, I really like this attack, but I'm never going to be as good as Word with it, so it's like I'll always just feel like I'm just like a great value Word, you know what I mean? And it just kind of like, it's not like a terrible feeling, but it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it just feels like, I don't know how to explain it, but anyway, that's how I feel, and it's like, I'm not sure what I'll do yet. I'm not sure if I'll use Fireball, Super Yetis, or, I'll be honest with you, I'm not a smash attack guy. I'm not a big fan of smash attacks. The only smash attack I really like is Fireball Super Yetis, but I don't like it as much as, like, an attack like this, where it's like a long warden walk with a Sui dive. I love Sui dives. I love this style of attack, but the only problem is, it's not my attack, you know what I mean? I would like to have an attack that was mine, but that's okay, I'm not sure what I'll do yet. So in this base, this one right here, This was weird because I had never attacked this exact base before. I've attacked very many styles, and I thought about coming from the top, but I was like, no, we can't really fireball anything. So I was like, I kind of waste a furnace here, by the way. I was like, well, I'll fireball this, and I'll do what Word does, and I'll just suey up this side right here with a log launcher. And I feel like this attack would have worked and would have 3-starred. You'll see it here in a little bit. That my Warden follows the king, which is fine because I have the recall spell. I didn't save it for tomorrow, but I had the recall spell. But I didn't. I recalled him like an idiot. I don't know what I was thinking. You'll see here in a minute. I recall him up top with the RC when I should have literally just recalled him right where he was, and it probably would have 3-starred. So kind of frustrating. Maybe it wouldn't have. Maybe he would have died, but I'm not sure. But so that was kind of frustrating. But it's just another thing to learn, I guess. It's kind of annoying. I don't know why I would do that. It feels kind of retarded. But yeah, so we're gonna fireball this one rage section, and then kind of just let our Warden coast. I don't know why this guy put the revenge tower right there. I feel like, well, for me specifically, I missed that invis, by the way. I would prefer the revenge tower be right there because it's not very strong, so I don't even have to waste a spell to get it down. Whereas like a monolith, I might need to use a spell, maybe, probably not, but still. It's nice to just get the revenge tower out of the way really quick. It also is kind of shitty this got a minion prince over there. Maybe I should have fireballed this section and then went up this section, because I'd rather deal with the king than the minion prince, personally. But, so we kind of suey. It was kind of a bad log launcher because the log launcher just gets killed immediately. Just kind of sucks. That doesn't make too much of a difference. It kind of opens up this compartment with the multi-inferno, which isn't bad. It's kind of risked the 1-star, but my season's cooked. I've gotten terrible defense all season. I didn't really care, to be honest with you. So I was just like, well, I'll try it. And see, dude, the king is literally like a country mile away, and the Warden decides to follow him, which is kind of stupid. So I recall him here in a second. There we go, and I send the RC up top just so I can make sure I can get this town hall down. The king actually opened up for the Archer Queen very nicely, but see, I should have just sent, yeah, I probably should have just sent him back right down here, like right here, but then I would have had to invest a totem. So I don't know. Maybe if I sent him down here, it would have 3-starred. Maybe not. No, I don't really know. It's kind of a lot of defense. I probably would have 3-starred, to be honest with you. So that was kind of a mistake on my part. So should have 3-starred, but we didn't. Kind of wasted that totem as well. But yeah, this was an 89. And the next one you'll see it's an 89 time fail, which was highly annoying because this guy baits the shit out of me, and it kind of pissed me off, if I'm being completely honest with you. So if we go ahead and get into that one, because this is a common base. Attacked this base many times, 3-starred him very many times, and I always flame flinger this bottom section, and I'm just was waiting for the day someone baits the shit out of me, and boy, today there was that day. This man put every trap under the sun over here. He put all the Teslas, and I was like, oh, okay, he's got all the Teslas. I was like, how much do you want to bet? Usually there's one bomb right there that kind of kills your flinger. So I was like, oh, well, I'll use a fucking Hog Rider. That's what it's for, right? That was genius by Word to add a Hog Rider in here, by the way. It's 200 IQ. But when you put every bomb under the sun and a bunch of spring traps, one Hog Rider isn't quite enough. And you'll see here in a second. The Warden's just kind of coasting right now, but you'll see after I take this Tesla, I want to trigger for bombs. I should have went triggered before, but see, he puts every bomb under the sun and the skeleton spell. And I was like, oh my god, dude. And more bombs, more spring traps. And for literally swagging my flame flinger, I literally only time fail this base. It's like, could you imagine if that cocksucker didn't bait the shit out of me? Could you imagine? I should have did what Stars does. On this base, Stars, he always puts his flame flinger from the side. Should have been like Stars, but I'm not 200 IQ like him. But you'll see, this literally is just a time fail. And that's so annoying. So annoying. Recall him back down to the side where the flame flinger was. And then we actually used the one invis, one archer trick to trigger this invis, because I would use a log, or like you would want to use a log or a giant arrow, but we don't have that, so you just got to use the one invis archer trick. Now, I didn't plan on that. I didn't purposely use 3 invis, like planning for the one archer. It just kind of worked out good that way, and I kind of felt smart as hell when I did that. But yeah, so we trigger it. This guy's a menace. He has witches in his CC. It's like, are you fucking serious? You're gonna put witches in your CC? And the skeletons, they don't know what to do. The ward's just gonna coast. There's nothing down there that can kill him. Actually, there's really nothing on the base that can kill him, to be honest with you. That one Rico cannon kind of just shreds this Sui, which is kind of annoying. I should have saved some freaking, what do you call it? I should have saved some rocket balloons to take that out, but because the baby dragon's a little too slow. Use the RC to the side just to kind of, I guess, help with the funnel. I don't know, it just makes sense putting her over there. And then I would just kind of speed it up. This is kind of boring. But, like, the queen wraps around. RC doesn't get the multi. Or she does, actually. But then, see, it's just a tragic time fail. Like, it's just a terrible, terrible time fail that would take, like, 3 minutes to actually 3-star if we had. But if we had infinite time, it would 3-star. Let's go ahead and get into another attack. This one, since the season's kind of cooked for me, I was like, you know what, I was like, fuck it. I was like, we're going to do what Word does, because usually on this base, I would attack from this top side and try to get a fireball on this sweeper, and the only bad part about that is, it takes a ton of time. You know, like, you're very, very liable to 1-star, and then it's really hard to set a funnel right here, and send your Sui, like, kind of through here into the town hall with the, log launcher, because sometimes if you don't clear this funnel, they'll walk around with the warden. But I was like, I do what Word does. I just attack from this bottom and fireball the spitter and get half the core out, and then just send the king into here and just, you know, flame flinger up top. Doesn't really get very much value, but like it does at the same time, which is weird. But yeah, it works really good. It's a way better approach. It's funny. It's funny when you see 2 people use the exact same attack, and you'll see them attack the same base, and it's kind of interesting to see how people approach the base using the same attack. It's funny how, like, you have like 2 people and they'll use the same attack, but they'll have completely different approaches to the exact same base. And it's kind of interesting, to be honest with you. I should have used a Coco Loon right there to get that freaking air mine down, but I didn't. But anyway, yeah, it's really interesting, because like sometimes both the plans work, sometimes they both fail, sometimes one works and the other one doesn't. It's kind of interesting, because there was this one guy that was in my clan before. His name was Ace, not like the YouTuber Ace, just a random dude named Ace. You'll be surprised. There's a lot of people in Clash of Clans with the name Ace. It's kind of crazy, if I'm being honest with you. Oh, I set the flame flinger up top, but where was I going with that? Ace. Oh, he tried to use fireball rocket balloons at Town Hall 18, right? Because that's his favorite attack. Can't blame him. But Sinthe, he also uses fireball rocket balloons at Town Hall 18 in Legends. And I saw Sinthe attack. I was watching one of Sinthe's videos, and I saw him attack this one certain base, and his approach was like, it was great. Like, I think it was amazing. Like, it was the perfect approach. Like, I would actually copy the flame flinger of that approach if I had to attack that base myself. But it was funny because I watched him. He like, I think he like barely 3-starred, but it was like, but you know, it's fireball rocket balloons, dude. It's like almost every attack is like a barely 3-star if you do 3-star. But then I watched Ace. I saw Ace attack the same base in a normal mode war, and his approach was just completely different. Like, it wasn't even close, and it was just crazy, because I'm like, how do you not see the flame flinger value that Sinthe saw? But I don't know, it's just kind of crazy. Or like on this base, for like Word attacks from the bottom, and I would usually attack from the top, and they both 3-star. I don't think I've ever actually failed on this base. Maybe I have. Maybe I've time failed, but I don't think I've actually ever failed in Legends on this base. So both approaches work, but one's just way better, and it's funny how people perceive bases with the exact same attack. Let's get into another one. Which one was that? And this one. One guy in my comments, I forget who it was, but he told me about the one invis archer trick. He commented that. It was like 2 weeks ago. And like, that was probably one of the best advice I've gotten on a comment. Like, it honestly, because like, I used that trick twice today. And where it works really nice. It's actually sick. On this base, usually people have their revenge tower right there, but thank God this guy didn't, because I can get hella flame flinger value. And it's kind of shocking there was no traps down there, because like, that's just like, I don't know, it's just perfect flame flinger value. Like, I just picked this base apart, and it's really nice. But yeah, that dude, I forget who it was, but he commented that one invis archer trick, and I was like, wait, what are you talking about? The first, like, when he said it, I didn't know what he meant, because I had never heard of that trick before. But then he like told me, and then I saw Word do it, and I was like, dude, that's actually genius. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do that. Now, in this base, I had specifically, not like the other one, I had specifically was like, okay, we're using 3 invis, because I gotta trigger that. I gotta trigger that invis somehow. And this is that bomb tower I gotta take out with that baby dragon. Baby dragon's clutch. Then ice block. Don't ice block your healers. I mean, like, if there's a bunch of stuff attacking your warden, try not to. I always end up ice blocking my healers. Now, that was a butthole pucker moment. If I had ever seen one, I thought he was dead for sure. I always forget about the bomb hive. Dude, I think it's ridiculous that it shoots 24/7 and across the entire base. It literally freaking shoots a country mile across the base, and it's insane. So use the invis archer trick. Shit's awesome. You can also use an invis with a skeleton spell, but it's just not nearly as efficient. I still use the skeleton spell, which is kind of tank for the monolith, because like really the only scary part of this base left is that town hall section. So I was like, I always make sure my heroes get through that lickety split and take it out. And dude, this base absolutely smoked. Like, I'm literally this guy's daddy. I'm his daddy for real. His base got destroyed. I was go ahead and speed it up, because obviously this is crushed. I was worried about time. That's like the biggest issue, because like today could have been fucking plus 300, and like yesterday could have been plus like could have been plus like 280, but it was only 255 because I time failed. And the day before that was like 258. Could have been 290, if I didn't time fail like 4 freaking times. It's quite annoying, if I'm being honest with you. Now this base, yeah, this was another time fail. I can always get a nasty fucking fireball on this rage tower every single time, but it literally takes too long. And there's nothing I can do about it. And like, I just do the same approach and fail and just time fail every single time. Because like, the only way you could not time fail is if you flame flingered this side, right? Because that's a lot of flame flinger value, right? But you got the fucking heroes right there, so you can't really flame flinger that side. I mean, I guess you could, but like, it's kind of sketch. So I just always time fail in this base every single time. But I'll always get a nasty fireball on it. I've also tried to flame flinger like up top. It doesn't really work, if I'm being honest with you. Like, I guess it does, but like, I don't know, I'd have to try it again. I'm a little better. Last time I attacked this base was like weeks ago, and I'm a lot better than I was weeks ago, to be honest with you. That's why like I would like switch to like Fireball Super Yetis, but like I'm just too like like I would have to like restart, you know what I mean? Like I would have to restart on like getting good again because I feel like I'm pretty good right now. I just get unfortunate defense, and sometimes I just attack like shit when I get like bad defense because I'm nervous, like, you know, whatever. But overall, I think I'm pretty good, dude. Like where he like averages like 262 or something like that with this attack, and I average like 245, something like that. So like that's not too big of a difference for him being a pro, and I'm not. So like I'm pretty good with the army. I'm pretty good, but that's why I don't really, and I really like this army. That's why I don't feel like switching to something different, just because it's kind of a lot more hassle, and then I have to go back and learn how to 3-star all these common legends bases because they're different, because I'm using a different army. Not the base is different, but the army is different, so I have to approach it differently, and I would have to go back and like get all these common bases again, and it's kind of a hassle when it's like, well, I already know how to 3-star, or at least have a good idea of how to 3-star common legends bases or common legend based styles. So that's why I'll probably honestly just stick with Word's army, even though I'm literally a great value Word, which is kind of suboptimal, to say the least. Because, you know, I've always liked using something that, like, nobody else uses, right? Because, like, when I used Fireball Lalo in the old Legends, that was, like, my army. Like, nobody else used Fireball Lalo, hardly, or nobody that I knew. I actually got my Fireball Lalo army from Shock. He made a video about it on Town Hall 16, and I used that army from, like, the end of Town Hall 16 to, all the way to the end of 17. And it's kind of crazy. This was the base that I was most proud of to attack, because, like, this is a disgusting style of base, absolutely nasty, and it's very hard to 3-star, and I actually 3-starred it pretty comfortably, so I was pretty happy with it. There's not really any fireball value, you know, there's not like 2 rage sections on the side, so I was like, well, I'll charge the town hall on this one. So that's what I did. I charged the town hall, and there's not really any flame flinger value, and if you charge the town hall, you don't really have any place to use a log launcher, so I was like, well, I'll just use a fucking siege barracks, so that's exactly what I do. The long shot, his biggest weakness is fucking furnace mites. The long shot, he is a menace. He is with that shit like he's Dennis, but his biggest enemy is freaking fire mites. Like, fire mites just cook his shit, and it's awesome. It's so nice to see the furnaces get revenge on the long shot, because the long shot, he a demon, man. Like, he professed and confessed to be a demon, so like, it's nice to finally see him get what's coming to him. It's kind of just 2 invis. I don't really care what side the fireball went to, but as long as we get, see, because it was mirrored, so that's a lot of value. Like Super Wizard Tower, Scatter Shot, freaking Fire Spitter. I was worried because rocket balloons will literally kill the warden so fast. It will kill him so fast. So I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and recall. I was like, piss on that shit. We'll just recall, be behind the Fire Spitter. It'll be tech. But this was the attack I was definitely most proud of. Just because it's just like, it's just such a hard style to attack. Because, like, it seems like every time I see a base like this, it's a little bit different. You gotta attack it a little differently. And the king actually goes to the inside, which is actually kind of nice. Like, I do not mind that at all, to be honest with you. I think it works really nicely. I'd almost prefer him do that, actually. Kind of opens up the compartment. My RC didn't get very much value. And that's why I was like, oh shit, this is a fail for sure. But I was like, well, I got my queen ability. And this is exactly why Word uses the magic mirror instead of the giant arrow, because I wouldn't have her queen ability and the giant would not be alive. So the queen came in clutch, and we actually 3-starred. Swag ice block, by the way. Charging in town hall is really nice because you can save that ice block, which is kind of tech. Now this base, I'll be honest with you, I had no fucking clue what to do. I was like, well, I'll charge the town hall, and I'll fireball the bomb hive, and we'll call it a day. We had a good day. At this point, I had 3-starred 4 times, so I was just like, you know what? I don't even really care as long as we get like an 80% 2-star. It's a pretty damn good day. So I didn't really have or didn't really try to even come up with a good plan. I could have flame flingered this top section, to be honest with you. I probably would have worked really good, but I used the siege barracks. If I had flame flinger that top side, it probably would have 3-starred now that I look at it. Charging this town hall is kind of scary because I wanted the fireball in the bomb hive, but I didn't, like, I was like, well, if I invis right here, and right here, you know, like, I can't invis the poison towers. And I was like, and I don't know if my fireball will go there because, like, I don't know, I just can't judge the range. You can judge the range by looking at, because the fireball will go to whatever defense the aura, like this purple circle, is closest to. But I just couldn't tell. It was just a weird angle, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just wait. I start the siege barracks. Siege barrack is popped early because of the fucking mortar. He put in work from 64th and 65th. Mortar's not from 63rd, but it was really close. I mean, if the queen had just gotten the revenge tower, it would have been a time fail. But if I'd used the RC a little bit more intelligently instead of like a tard, and I placed her like down here, I could have gotten the revenge tower with her and probably would have 3-star, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and speed this shit up, because you already know what happens. It's a 97 fail. But yeah, literally just the revenge tower left. But, you know, the revenge tower is a one-man army. I want to show you something real quick. There was an attack I did. It was yesterday. I was on this base. Let me show you real quick. Dude, I wish they would... on this attack, obviously, I should have used the recall. But, dude, they seriously need to fix the Warden's AI. Because, like, dude, he literally acts like he has the IQ of your average Somali, which is an IQ of 67. Ironic. 67 to 68. And that legally classifies them as mentally disabled. So, my Warden, like, literally is mentally disabled. So, watch this. The queen is over here, right? So, I'm trying to manage the Sui over here. But the queen is over here. So, I was like, you would think that he would follow her, right? And that's what he looks like he's going to do, but he doesn't. He literally just decides, I'm trying to manage the Sui. I didn't expect him to just walk into all these defenses and kill himself. Literally just suicide by Rico cannon and scattershot. He wasn't even following the queen. He just decided to kill himself. Like, I have no idea what his thought process was. Yeah, I should have recalled, but I wasn't expecting him to do that. I wasn't expecting him to commit suicide. So I was like, I wasn't even, like, worried to use the recall. I wasn't even trying to. Like, I wasn't even looking for it because I didn't expect him to do that. But I thought it wasn't funny at the time, but it's kind of funny now. So I thought I'd share that. Maybe Supercell one day fixes AI, because that is retarded. But anyways, I will see you guys either at the start of next season or maybe tomorrow or the next day, if I attack good and it's actually worth showing. Because, like, if you guys, like, if you watch this video and you actually, like, want to see every single day, I will record every single day that I do and post it. But, you know, not every day is good content. There's a lot of days where I 3-star maybe only twice or 3 times a day, you know what I mean? So, I feel like, I like, for me personally, it feels better to just post the good days that make good content. But, like, if you want to see every single day, I'll post it. I mean, just comment it below and I will. But yeah, so after this season, I'm going to take a few days off from Legends. I want to take like 3 days off from Legends, because, like, all of these, like this, well, not today, you can't see, but yesterday was 255 and the day before that was 258, and a lot of them that, like, it could have been like 290, 280 if I didn't time fail. But the reason I time fail was just because I just made stupid mistakes that I usually don't make. And I'm just burnt out on Legends. I've pushed all season, and it's just been, like, not stressful, but it's been highly irritating and frustrating. So I'm just kind of burnt out, and when I don't know about you, but, like, when I'm burnt out, I just make stupid mistakes that I normally don't make. Like, for example, like, not recalling the Warden, not paying attention to him, letting him die, or, you know what I mean, popping the King's ability, like, accidentally pressing his ability and not meaning to. Like, those kinds of things or just letting him die. Like the one day, I don't think I showed it, but the one day I was literally losing my mind because I got decent defense, but I literally had a 275 day, like out of all 8 attacks, 275, because the first 2 attacks, I let the warden die literally off rip. And like I never let the warden die off rip. Like maybe he'll die like mid attack, but like I never just let him die immediately, and he did like back to back. And I was just so angry, so irritated and frustrated that I just did all my attacks just mad as hell, and I just just failed, like obviously, because like if you attack and you're pissed, you're not gonna do good. I can guarantee you, especially in the new legends. Like if you attack while you're pissed, you're not gonna 3-star. In the one attack, I missed my fireball. I just backed out. I just took the 0-star. I just didn't even care. So I was like minus 70 that day because as the one attack, I just backed out because I was like, I'm done with this game, dude. Like I'm so burnt out. I'm making such stupid mistakes I never make. So that was when I was like, dude, I'm gonna quit Legends. I was like, I'm gonna quit YouTube. I was like, I'm gonna delete my channel and fucking sell my account or some shit. I would never actually sell my account, by the way. But yeah, I was just so angry. I was like, dude, I'm done with this game. But obviously, I'm not actually done with this game. I still got to get top 1,000. So that is the goal. But anyways, I'll see you guys sometime soon.